Hey everybody, how you doing? It's Greg from Digital Lifestyle Adventure. We're about a little over 2 weeks into this shutdown thing, and everyone's feeling it. Everyone's a little bit testy, tired of working from home, etc. I am actually coming back from the office. I spent a few hours in the office doing some work, and now I'm heading home, but I wanted to just touch base. For those of you who haven't been following me or haven't seen these posts in a while, or have never seen these posts, I do a series, I was doing a series of driving to work, but since I've been working from home, they've been more sporadic. But anyway, I thought I'd take this opportunity just to check in with everybody, and so let's see where it goes, all right? And also, let me mention, the subject of this channel is business, investment, and real estate in the digital age. Okay, so all of those subjects can be touched upon, and hopefully that's something that you're interested in. All right, so let's take a ride. All right, so as I said, everyone is getting a little bit tired of working from home, and we're only, a little over 2 weeks into this thing. The government came out with the CARES program, which I discussed in detail on my previous post, actually, and that's going to provide relief to small businesses, in particular by covering 2 months of their operating expenses, including leases, which is important to commercial real estate, which is a business that I'm involved with. And so that's going to be very helpful. I guess the question is, how quickly will that relief actually land in the hands of people and actually help them. I was talking to one of my clients today who's a very smart New York real estate guy, and he was saying he's had some experience with government loans, and it can take longer than you would like to, but hopefully the government will expedite things so that the money gets into the hands of people quickly, so it can help everybody through this thing over the next couple of months. So one of the things that we're experiencing on the real estate side is risk is being repriced, and this happens every time you have a credit crunch or a market disruption. There's a period of time where risk gets repriced, and there's what I would call a discovery period, where buyers and sellers have different perceptions of where something should price, and we're seeing that right now in the short term in the real estate market. And what's yet to be seen is how long this will permeate through the real estate market and be present there. Will it be a short-term event or phenomenon, or will it proceed more long-term, as it takes longer than people expect now for the economy to recover after we hit the peak of this virus that we're dealing with. So my personal opinion on this is that it's going to take longer for things to recover than people realize now, because let's say the thing peaks out and they lift the restrictions and things, quote, go back to normal. It's going to take a while for things to actually go back to normal in terms of economic growth. because people are still going to be, paranoid that it's going to come back again. People aren't going to be going out as much. The restaurants will probably take a prolonged hit. And the question of how quickly will the $2 trillion filter through the economy, and is the $2 trillion enough? All of these questions will yet to be played out. So my prediction is, I think that there will be opportunities in the real estate market for those who are liquid and have cash. And of course, you always hate to talk about opportunities coming out of distress like we're experiencing now, but the fact is that is when a lot of opportunity is seen, when there is a lot of distress. So I think that for those who have liquidity and have cash and want some exposure to real estate, I think that the next 6 months to a year will probably offer a number of opportunities, because I think long term on this thing we're going to be fine in terms of the economy, but there will be some short-term disruptions. And one of the facts of the real estate market, and I think business in general, is that a lot of people are thinly capitalized, and a couple months of hardship go by and a lot of people fold. So that's going to impact the tenants, which will in turn impact a lot of property owners. So the property owners that are well capitalized and low leveraged are going to survive just fine on this during this period, and those that are thinly capitalized and have weaker tenants, are going to not do so well. And so one of the things that I'm thinking about is starting to take more of an interest on the equity side of the business. For the last few years, I've been on the lending side of the business, which is where I wanted to be, because I thought prices and values were pretty far extended. In some ways worse than 2007. But interest rates remained low, and so the low interest rates really propped up the property values. But I just, having a lot of experience operating real estate, I just didn't feel like at a lot of the prices that you see, unless you're doing a deep value add type deal where you're buying something vacant or near vacant and renovating it and completely repositioning it, that's different. But if you're buying anything that is anywhere near stabilized, I think that the prices over the last couple of years have risen to the point where you're really not being compensated for the risk, as in what's happening today. Today's a perfect example of one of the risks that you face as an investor in real estate. Economic downturns deeply affect your tenants, the economy, and therefore the return that you can expect. So, nothing goes up like this forever, right? Real estate is highly cyclical. So, anyway, for those of you who have kept your powder dry and have waited for a market disruption, this is it. And while nobody's looking to be a ghoul in the face of a health crisis, which is essentially what this is, those of us who are opportunistic, cannot help but see this as one of those cyclical downturns that you can take advantage of and find some well-placed investments if you do your homework. All right? So that is my message for today. And I want everyone out there to stay safe, stay healthy, take care of your families. And I'll be back with another post either tomorrow or in a day or two. So if you like this content, please like it below and subscribe to the channel. Again, the purpose of the channel is business, real estate, and investment, not necessarily in that order, all in the context of the digital age. So take care, and I'll see you again soon.